Hi, it's me, Young-hee. Today, I want to discuss Koreanness. Recently, the Associated Press, a news agency, released an expose about the falsification of adoption records by Korean adoption agencies that were then approved and signed off on by the Korean government. There are 4 primary adoption agencies in Seoul: Holt Children's Services of Korea, Korea Welfare Services, formerly known as Social Welfare Society, Eastern Social Welfare Society, and Korea Social Services. All of them are guilty of falsifying adoption documents in order to establish that a Korean child is an orphan, even if he or she is not an orphan, but a missing, lost, or abandoned child. A paper trail is then created. A new hojuk is established. The child is now head of his or own family. As a legal orphan, the child is now eligible for overseas adoption. Even information within a child's adoption file is falsified. A new name is randomly created and assigned. The child is given a fictitious date of birth. Sometimes ages were falsified. Sometimes twins were separated. Sometimes when a child died, another child was sent in his or her place with the wrong paperwork. All of these were deliberate efforts. Many of the children were found and sometimes even collected or turned into the police or to an orphanage. Very little, if anything, was done to locate the child's family. I was found by the police on October 26, 1973. Only 4 days later, Social Welfare Society selected me for international adoption. Over a 10-day span, I was quickly moved from a temporary missing children's home to a children's hospital, and then to a foster home. My family would have no way of finding me unless there was an open and honest system that was in place. Keep in mind that profit was a big motivation for collecting and then trafficking children to other countries into the homes of strangers. Little was done to ensure the new parents were mentally, emotionally, or financially stable. Numbers of Korean children were severely abused, severely neglected, and sometimes even killed. Imagine that you're at the market with your child and you get separated. Your child panics because you're not in sight. Along comes an adult who appears to be nice and may be well-meaning. Your child has been stolen. There were over 250,000 Korean children who were sent to other countries for large sums of money. These lined the pockets of the adoption agencies and the Korean government. The miracle on the Han was indeed built on Han. Most of us do not know when or where we were born. We do not know the name we were given at birth, and we never will. Would you feel whole if you grew up without a family name or a family legacy? Without a country or an identity? Our reality involves disconnection, feeling forever lost, rejected, and unvalued. As adults, we are returning to Korea to reclaim what was stolen from us. The government will not force the adoption agencies to release our own information to us. Today, Korea is on the verge of a population collapse. She who threw away so many of her own children. We too are Korean. Do not deny us. Thank you for listening. Please remember us.